Welcome to Danu on Fire, right here on High TV. Today on the show, I'm here to dine with a man who speaks a few words. It's going to be all flavors of Sri Lanka. He made sarong sexy all over again. I'm happy to have Asanka right here at Asylum. So as I said, he's the man who made sarongs sexy again. I'm with Asanka, of course. How are you?
I'm very good, Danu. Thanks for having me here.
Oh, thank you, because it's actually a date with Asanka at Asylum. We wanted the most fanciest place for us to dine because it has to also go with our very rich-looking clothes.
Absolutely.
So we had to find a place that really colors our life, and we are here, so which is a good thing. To start things off, you have become, in my opinion, the quickest sensation in Colombo. Like, there are so many people who have struggled. Man, I've struggled for 15 years. But you just came from nowhere with a sarong. You're like Joseph Vaz. He came with a cross and preached religion here, and you just came with a sarong and just made it here. What do you think has been the science behind it?
I think it's just the love that people have for sarongs and for their actual identity, and what we have done is to give a way to express that excitement and thrill. The truth is, like, we really love sarong, so it's easier for us to express that. For us, we are just coming up ways that people can participate in that conversation. I think we are even surprised a little bit how quickly this have taken off, and I have to attribute it to people like you who've completely taken this and make it on their own and helping to share the joy of celebrating something of our own.
Just to go back in time, I think when they first had the launch, or like there was a buzz about Lovi, and I was invited for this event, and I didn't know much about it, and I had like a very short interval that day. And I came with Kurutha, and I saw everyone in sarongs, and people with sarongs and sneakers and like fancier clothes that complemented the sarong, and everything looked just on point. They just didn't look out of shape. So your thinking of sarong, was it you didn't restrict it to age?
Oh no, not at all. I mean,
or sex?
No, absolutely. I think sarong is the most democratic piece of garment. It's true. It's really true, because it's, I can't think of any other garment except socks that you could share as widely with anybody, because it's unisex.
Yeah.
You can actually have the same sarong be worn by the same guy or a girl. Yeah. As long as you are relatively in the same height range, you're all good to go.
Yeah, if not, you could just raise it here. That's about it. So we should not move away from the show. The show is all about, enjoying good food. It's Done on Fire. So it's those choices that I make in terms of food. And this is a drink that goes with your brand. And I think you have had fancy parties here at Asylum. Tell me about what we're having right now. It's called, thank you. It's called Lovi Ceylon.
Absolutely.
And the story behind it.
Yes, so when we actually did the launch party that you just mentioned, we wanted to have a drink that's actually represented, Sri Lanka.
Okay.
So we had made this cocktail, and it was such a big hit. I had not known Asylum at that point, but they did our catering. They were kind enough to do our catering, and it was such a big hit. They
kept it.
Later on, they came and asked me, hey, that drink that you guys did, it was such a big hit, can we put it on our menu and call it a Lovi Ceylon? I'm like, great.
Yeah.
We have a drink named after. So how cool is that?
So our start goes off with a Lovi Ceylon. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, wow.
It's cool.
It's as fancy as a sarong. All right. One thing that I've understood with Asanka is the fact that conversation-wise, He's very to the point, but of course then he'll talk about how are you doing and things like that. But business or like work is always number one, and I think you always treat all your clients and your customers like royalty.
Well, they are.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the point of for us, for Lovi, is to cherish the fact that people are enjoying this. Right? That gives us so much joy. That's what keeps us going.
Okay. Before we go into a break, I really have to share this story with you. Asanka is not cooking today, but he has chosen a collaboration of food that sort of speaks his personality and what sort of makes Asanka what he is. But I was honored and privileged to once be a part of his feast. And one thing I must say, it felt like I was in France and enjoying this. It looked vibrant and it looked very fresh and organic. But I told him to put himself through that. He was like, no. But he's actually a good cook. He can actually save himself. So I am giving you a testimony that he is a good cook. But today what we are going to eat represents this gentleman. We'll see you after the break. Stay tuned.